Another frequently asked question is, how do I change the appearance of the output in SPSS statistics? That's the table's output. And it turns out there are two ways we can do this. We can either go to Edit Options and choose a different table look from the menu of table looks that ship with the software, or alternatively we can double click on a table and edit the properties ourselves, and then if we want we can save that away as a default table look to use again in the future. So to demonstrate this, here we have a copy of SPSS Statistics version 25 with a file open in it, and if I create some output in the form of, let's say, a custom table, so I'm using a custom tables module here, and just generate a custom table. It doesn't really matter what I use here, but if I put in a categorical field along the side here, put another one in here, and we'll put gender across the top. We'll add in a couple of continuous fields as well, and give it a total just to create some output for us to work with. Click OK. You can see that the output that's applied at this stage is the default style that's applied, the table look style that's applied for the system default in version 25. Now if you go to Edit Options, you can change the default for this. So you can say, okay, I want a different style, and you can see here there's a lot of different, a list of different styles we can have here. We can apply. So here's one that's blue. Click OK. What's happened is the default has been changed. So now if we rerun that previous procedure, we produce a new table with the new default look applied to it. Another way we can play with this is we can double click on the table to activate it, so you get this dotted line around the outside of it indicating that it's activated. And you can also go to table looks here and apply, you know, a different table look as you so wish. At that point we'll apply it. If I go back to table looks again, this time I'm going to apply the classic default. This is the old style default. That applies it there. But if I want to create my own custom table look, again, double click on it. I can right click and go to, this time not to table looks but to table properties in the pop-up menu. You can see here that I have various tabs. I can control the minimum maximum widths for the column labels and the row labels. I can control whether or not empty rows or columns are hidden, how comment text appears, any comment text I want. But the real work is done inside the cell formats tab here. So you can see that you can change, for example, the default text that's used, default font, and change default color of that text. And you can see here it's updating the data area of the table, the different areas. We've got the title area up here, we've got the layers, so on and so on. The easiest way I find is just to click on the thing you want to change. So if I click at the top here, I can say, okay, I want to change this and make this a dark gray background, and I'll make this font color white. I'll make sure it's Arial again. I'm using the font. Same thing down in the corner here. Let's make this a dark gray. I could, if I wanted to, if I could set up right correctly, I can have alternative row colors. If I go to, again here to the colors and change the font again, I can update that. And if I want to change, for example, the borders and the appearance of the borders, you can see I can switch on all these different borders. Probably a good way to do it is just to select everything in there and then change the color. So I change this to dark red and hit apply. At that point you can see the table look is applied in the background. Let's just pick up this stub, make sure that's also dark grey, apply so it's a bit more even. And there we have our table look. And if we want to keep that, again, double click on it, right click, go to table looks, and now you've got as displayed, and you can save this look or save as. If I go save as and I put it in, I'll just put it in dtemp, I'll just put it in the temp folder here, and I'll just give it example gray red, hit save, click OK. If I run a custom tables again, it goes back to the blue look that we had earlier on. That's still the default that we have. So if I go to Edit Options and browse to dtemp, where my My new table look has been stored. There it is, example, grey red. Click open, hit apply, click OK, rerun the procedure, and we can see that the new table look that we've created has been applied.